There's this guy named Karl Krebs in Winkler who compared himself to Rosa Parks when he wouldn't get the vaccine. And now there is an issue with the Hanover School Division because the trustees, who are now dominated, which is now dominated by right-wing evangelical crazies, who now get to decide who is hired as either a phys ed coach or a musical instructor. So he weighed in. So I'm going to play you some of his clips, and then I'm going to respond to them and show you how absolutely crazy he is.
And the other side of this argument, the alliance alleges, call them an alliance, that the policy is an attempt to reduce the number of diverse and 2SLBQ, BGTQ, the alphabet gang.
Okay, first off, of course he can't pronounce LGBTQ because, you know what, that's like 4 letters. And that's like way beyond his ken, right? It's like, really? You can't pronounce 4 letters? Oh, look at me, I'm a funny guy. LGB, alphabet soup, whatever. That's right. What do you watch? The Jets on TS, I can't remember all the letters. TS something. Yeah, that's really funny when you do that.
People in the Hanover School Division, you know what's happening in your division. It's happening in other divisions all across this country. You're not unique to it. It's going to be happening more and more. And unless the parents who are really concerned about how their kids are being coached, how they're being mentored, how they're being molded into children that this alphabet community chooses to want to have, you're in trouble.
He talks about coached and mentored and molded kids. Yeah, that's right. You know why? Because the kids nowadays that are racist and homophobic and misogynistic, they're not born with that. They're coached by their parents and their church. That's right. So you're talking about being mentored and molded and coached? That's what you're doing. You're teaching your kids, the people of your ilk, you're teaching your kids to be hateful, intolerant people.
There is an attempt, and it's a small minority that is getting all the attention these days, to infiltrate the minds, the hearts, and the souls of our children. And that is going to affect us.
A small minority? You mean like the convoy idiots in Ottawa? Because that was about 10% of the population. And they were the small minority, but they wanted all the attention. They literally wanted to get rid of democracy. They wanted to have a meeting with Trudeau for him to step down because 10% of the people didn't want to get vaccinated. They want to upturn all of democracy in Canada.
You in the Hanover School Division, this is your moment to show your support for trustees that are not trying to change anything except to preserve it. Tell me how that is a bad thing.
And this is the kicker. He says they don't want to change things in the school division. They want to preserve it. And what's wrong with that? Well, let's delve into that. What is wrong with preserving the status quo? Well, let's see. Maybe let's go back 150 years. What's wrong with preserving slavery? Oh, let's go back even. What's wrong with preserving the fact that women can't vote? What's wrong with colonialism and us putting the natives in residential school? What's wrong with homophobia and being gay being illegal? Yeah, probably not, Karl. Probably don't want to preserve the status quo. That's just fucked up.
We have good teachers in our school divisions. We need to support them. And the attempts from outside, from the stakeholders and the would-be global elitists.
So you think a bunch of LGBTQ people, parents of those people themselves, friends, uncles, aunts, you think they're global elites? And this isn't a knock on the LGBTQ community. Have you seen one of their rallies? Do they look like global elites? Come on, Karl. It's not hard to feel elite when I'm comparing myself to you.